Alright, what's going on, Low Coders? Just a quick video here. There was a recent post in Low Code School, and it was related to basically reservation of tables within a restaurant. So being able to reserve tables, release them, manage orders, and visually see where the tables are within the restaurant, and also show whether they're reserved or not. So I just did some quick experimenting this morning and came up with a pretty basic system, but you could expand upon this if you wanted to dedicate the time to it. So what we have here is a visual representation of the restaurant. In this case it's square, but you can manipulate the dimensions as you want. Or you can actually upload a blueprint or a drawing of the restaurant as a background image, and that would work perfectly fine. But in this case we're just rolling with a square restaurant, and you can see here we can reserve table 1, we can reserve table 3, we can release them, and that's all pretty straightforward. So we've got 3 reserved. But the really cool thing, in my opinion, is the ability to change the layout. So let's say we wanted to, move this or put a big table in the corner here, and then table 3, we wanted to, move down. It's another big table, and we want to put this kind of in the corner as well. We can do that, and we can really customize how the table setup is. You can make the tables round, you can make them square, you can do whatever you want really. So it's pretty cool, right? So we can move this up. Let's say we want some space in the middle, and now we've got those tables, and we can reserve, release, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to show you how I've done it. It's pretty simple, and you should be able to replicate it yourself. So this page here is just a container. We've split it in a 1:2 ratio. Here we just have a collection of tables, and it's showing a list of the tables. This is just a card collection, and what it's doing with the action is when I click the reserve button, it's setting a column value, a Boolean column value reserved as true, and we're only showing this when it's not checked. And then we have release, which is just setting it as false, and this is only showing when it is checked. So basically we're checking that it's reserved, unchecking, checking, unchecking. And you can see on the back end here, these tables, this is what we're doing, just this. Now, based on that, if it's reserved, we show red. If it's not reserved, we show green. So if it's reserved, this is red. If it's not reserved, this is green. Those buttons that we're manipulating on the side, if we go to the edit, this is just incrementing values. So this is incrementing position X by -2. So we're moving it in terms of percentages. And this is manipulating position X by +2. So +2, +2, -2, -2 as a percentage of 100. So this would be 0 and 0, right? Because it's right in the corner there. So we can 2%, 2%, we give it a bit of space from the wall. Up, down is the same, and smaller, bigger is the same. We're just incrementing these values. Position X, position Y, the size, and the color is determined by this. And then what we're doing is we're saying, okay, give us a circle, and then use those dimensions. So 22 is the size we've given it. So the height is 22, the width is 22. And we're doing it in percentages, so it's all relative. And then left 2%, top 2%, that's just this and this. And then the color is just getting replaced by this. So this is a template column. We're replacing the color, and then we've got the table number within the circle, so we know what's what. Then in the user table, this is the restaurant background, and then this is where we're putting the tables. And the tables is just a joined list. So we're going to join list of all of the tables HTML, and we're going to separate it with a new line. So if we look here, there's 4 tables. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what we're doing is we're getting all of this and inserting it here. And this is just what we are rendering on the front end. So on the front end, we go back to the layout. This floor plan is just from the user table. It's the floor plan. So that's it. Pretty simple. And then you can obviously manage the orders. You can, trigger printing of receipts or whatever you want from here. But this is just an interesting way of visually seeing the layout of the restaurant and how you might manage it. So just a quick video, very informal. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brings value, and I'll see you around the community.